Okay, dear students, so we are going to do the questions on the chapter audit report. Okay, the first question. Toddle Limited had definite plan of its business being closed within short period from the close of the accounting year 31st March 2017. Okay, so they had a plan to wind up the business very shortly. The financial statements for the year ended 31st March 17 has been prepared on the same basis as it had been in earlier period. Okay, with an additional note that the business of the company shall cease in the near future and assets shall be disposed of in accordance with the plan of disposal as decided by the management. Okay. The statutory auditors of the company indicated this as a cap only by reference to a possible cessation of business and making of adjustment, if any, there to be made at the time of cessation only. Comment on reporting by the auditor as above. So students, this question was asked for 5 marks. That too, I think it was question number 1A. 1A, compulsory opening ceremony question, the very first question. So, how will we present? I hope you understood the situation, right? Here the business is going to be wound up and company has adequately disclosed the same as a note. They have properly disclosed and they have prepared the financial statement on the same basis, meaning they have prepared based on going concern only. Auditors reported this matter by way of a cap. Is it right? So, since it's a case study question, shall we write? So, start with the heading. What heading you will give? Reporting. Heading you will get from the last sentence, students, in most of the case. Reporting by which auditor? By the statutory auditor. So you'll write reporting by the statutory auditor. Okay. Now, here there is a material uncertainty on going concern that may cast a significant doubt. So come on, which essay? Essay 570. What? Going concern. You remember? Objective of going concern. Objective of going concern. We have learnt, no? Twofold. To ascertain or obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence whether going concern is appropriate. Whether going concern is appropriate. Where? In preparation of FS. And he has to conclude whether what? Whether there is any material uncertainty that may cast a significant doubt on going concern. So this is nothing but objective of essay 570. Now, essay 570 has a particular sentence. Do you know that particular sentence? That essay 570 says that matters relating to going concern shall be determined as CAM. Shall be determined as CAM as per essay 701. See, this sentence is in essay 570. They say matters relating to going concern shall be also determined to be a cap. And essay 501, essay 701. Students, this essay 701. Okay. CAM. CAM says, okay, CAM is not a substitute for, we learned no in scope of CAM is not a substitute for going concern material uncertainty para. Okay, so you will write about 701 also. How will you start? CAM are those matters in auditor's judgment that were most significant. Scope of CAM is such that CAM is not a substitute for material uncertainty on going concern. So these two essays, I mean 570 and 701, in detail you will write in your provision para. So these 2 points we were in provision, right? Now coming to the in the given case, that is the most simple part of every question. In the given case, reproduce. Conclusion. What will be your conclusion? Your conclusion is entirely based on this sentence and this. In the given case, auditor has communicated as CAM only, but communication of CAM is not a substitute. Therefore, reporting of what? Statutory auditor is not appropriate. He should have identified the same as material uncertainty on going concern. Communicating merely as a CAM. Communicating merely as a CAM is not sufficient. So in your audit report, the fifth element, the MU1GC, that para should contain this fact as well as yes, CAM, which is applicable if it is a listed entity. Clear? So this was a good question where you had to write both these essays, 570 as well as 701. So this particular question is relating to, you know that, no? Essay 570 as well as essay 701. I hope you got the idea how to present the answers. Okay. Now, shall we move on to the next question? Next is very simple question. In fact, it's a direct question, but asked in the exam, students. So that's why I just included. As an auditor of a listed company for the year ended 31st March, how would you determine CAM? It's a direct question, but I wanted to know how would you present the same? See, start with the heading. It's not case study, no? It's a direct question. So no need of that 3 para. Determining CAM. So your answer should contain these things. First, as per essay 701, its name. Communicating CAM. In audit report, CAM are those matters in auditor's professional judgment that were most significant. Then you will write. Objective of CAM is to provide what? Additional information. To whom? Usually students say members, but better to use this word users. Finally, following matters are determined as CAM. You remember we had 3 matters. I will expand it. First one, areas involving high ROMA, which is determined in accordance with essay 315. We also say this as significant risk. Right. Then, second, accounting estimate. Shall we expand? Significant qualitative aspects relating to accounting estimates. because it's an example of book entry. Risk is high. Then any other, come on, any other events or conditions in auditor's professional judgment, provided it is not prohibited by law and regulation. And two, it does not involve any adverse consequences. Clear? See, there is a sentence for that. Shall I tell you for this one? Shall I? Just once I'll tell. Huh? Adverse consequences of such communication relatively outweigh the benefit of such communication. What did I tell you? The adverse consequences of such communication, adverse, relatively outweigh more than the benefits of such communication. In normal language, we say, instead of telling me this, you could have not told, because it is fully adverse. But what to do? For the exam, we have to write that particular sentence. Okay. So students, even though this was a direct question, did you understand how to present? You should start with like this. Objective, then come to the matter, conclude like this. So this question was directly relating to your essay 701, relating to CAP. Moving on. Third one. V Limited has given a loan of 3 lakhs to Mr. X, a supplier of the company, on a security of LIC policy of face value rupees 6 lakhs and whose surrender value is rupees 1 lakh. So company has given a loan, security value is 6 lakh, but right now the surrender value is 1 lakh. The company is in possession of policy. However, it is not assigned in the name of the company. Comment. Very simple question. So, start with the heading. Reporting requirements. Because as an auditor, we have to report, no? Reporting requirements. Where? I'll give a hint. Loans given, not properly secured, terms are prejudicial. Everything. Correct. Under 143 subsection 1 regarding duty to inquire. Okay. Clause A. 3 points, no? Loans made, whether properly secured, and one more, whether terms are prejudicial. You'll write that sentence. And one more sentence is there if you want. As per research committee of ICAI, okay, the reporting under 143.1 is required only if you have any dash comments, only if you have any adverse comments. If it is favorable, it is not required. So these 2 points are 143.1 clause A and this research committee point you will write in the provision. Then come to the given situation, reproduce. Since here 2 things has happened. Loan value is 3 lakh, whereas security value is only 1 lakh. You can't take the face value, you have to take only surrender value. Plus, terms are not proper, it's prejudicial as it is not assigned in the name of the company. Therefore, last sentence, auditor will report under 143.1 clause A. Clear? So those 2 sentences, this and last one, you should write in the conclusion. Clear? So this particular question was relating to 143.1 clause A. And where will you report in your audit report? Under which element? 10th one. Which element? Other legal and regulatory reporting requirements. Clear?